amigas en influencia neyeza me was suba wa but you're my whole fantasy injury living in living in
Okay, sure, sure.
woman, mother of nature. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. Me oba, bibi ni bai. Semi gasin shoyensha neyenza. Me was suba wa, but you're my whole vet to say. Bibi ni bai, bibi ni bai. Oh, wonderful woman. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. Every day in the mirror I see a woman, and every time I look in mama I see that woman, a wonderful woman, an African woman, mother of nature. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome once again. Thank you very much for your patience. This, as you know, is the Forum on Women in Technology and Cybersecurity, and we are hoping that it will be a very brief but interactive and informative program. Before we begin, I'll quickly run through the schedule of activities. We'll have the opening prayer, a few remarks by some dignitaries who are present here with us. We would have a panel discussion and a session with questions and answers. I hope here that everyone will prepare their questions during the panel discussion to ask the panelists, who are a set of very experienced people in the tech and cybersecurity industry. We would then have the closing remarks, and then we'll move on to a session, a photography session, where we would have pictures with dignitaries and then with everyone present. So please don't be in a hurry to leave. Hopefully we would be able to have a very good time. Now to begin, we would have the opening prayer by a representative from the Christian Council in the person of Miss Adiviti Esinam. Please give her a round.
Thank you, Madam MC. Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, respectfully, let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. Thank you, God, for the opportunity to be gathered as a people with a common purpose. We commit this program into your hands. Father, we pray that as we engage and deliberate on pertinent issues on women in technology and cybersecurity, we ask your blessing. May we see immense progress of women in technology in Ghana, in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much, Madam. We'll now proceed to have the welcome address by the Chief Director of the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization in the person of Ms. Magdalene Apentine. Please welcome, Madam.
Minister for Communications and Digitalization, Honorable Mrs. Esla Usu-Ekufo. Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honorable Kujokum. Deputy Minister for Communications and Digitalization, Honorable Amapuma Boateng. Honorable Members of Parliament, Chief Executive Officer, Vodafone Committee of West African States, ECOWAS, Ms. Folake Olagunju. Agency heads here present, Country Manager, Visa Ghana, Ms. Adoma Pepra, Managing Director, Morgan Stanley, Mrs. Lucy Quest, CEO, Sada, Isaka Accra Chapter, Ms. Ajwa Asamoah, our cherished facilitators and panelists, distinguished guests and participants, friends from the media, on the topic of cybersecurity, a mandate granted by the Cybersecurity Act 2020, Act 1038, the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization will continue to prioritize children and women. As stakeholders, we are deeply impacted by the changes and developments in technology and communication technology, ICT innovations and advancements create gaps and the inability to take advantage of new opportunities associated with the fourth revolution. Today's focus on women in technology and cybersecurity has gained global attention, and this workshop is an government hopes that this forum, among many future others, will have an impact on bridging the digital gender divide. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is of significant importance because the government is aware of the disparities in access and the use of technology and the internet, and its impact on the lives of women. In the ITU, International Telecommunications Union, Empowering Women in Cybersecurity webinar, it was noted that worldwide, 3.6 billion people remain totally offline, and hundreds of millions more struggle with slow, expensive, and infrequent connections. Out of this figure, an uneven percentage are women and girls. Furthermore, the GSA may report the mobile phone and reports the gender gap in mobile internet use at 37%, indicating that this is the highest of any region. Evidently, access to technology by women is much more limited because of cultural and economic factors, amongst others. The GSMA report on mobile economy in sub-Saharan Africa notes that although the COVID-19 pandemic has improved the mobile industry in the sub-Saharan region, there is still a significant percentage not connected to mobile internet. To address some of these disparities, active steps are being taken through partnerships and collaborations to boost the presence of women in this workspace. For example, the Global Partnership for Gender Equality in the Digital Age, an initiative founded by the International Telecommunications Union, ITU, and United Nations Women, the International Trade Center, the GSMA, and the UN University is a notable initiative, which has been able to support women and young girls gain access to technology and more. Only last year, ITU held a virtual program on empowering women in cyber capacity building. Taking a cue from all these initiatives, the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization deems it befitting to contribute in our local spaces to the efforts being made globally. And that is why a platform like this has been created as part of our Awareness Month initiatives. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as a ministry, we are committed to working with the Cybersecurity Authority to create suitable and relevant policies and strategies to bridge these inequalities. In addition to this, capacity building and awareness creation are required to make significant contributions to help boost the morale of women to move into technology and cybersecurity related jobs. And this is provided for in the Cybersecurity Act in Section 60, Act 1038. Building efforts and to continue to inspire women to take up interest, roles, and jobs in cybersecurity. I thank you all once again for joining this session and wish us all very fruitful deliberations. Thank you.
The voice you just heard was Ms. Magdalene Apinting, the Chief Director of the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization. Thank you very much, Madam, for highlighting some of the inequalities in technology and cybersecurity and some of the work that the Ministry of Communications is actively doing in this space. To proceed, we want to bring two individuals who have been active in cybersecurity, who have had interest in how they started and how they entered the cybersecurity workforce. The first person I'll be calling up here will be Ms. Eno Brago Atrams, who is an officer with the Cybersecurity Authority. Kindly come up and share your story with the audience. Thank you.
I always wanted to pursue a career in humanities because I love to read. I worked towards achieving this dream by pursuing general arts, growing up, I always wanted to pursue a career in humanities because I love to read. I worked towards achieving this dream by pursuing general arts at Holy Child School with a focus in literature and French. However, I started developing a passion for information technology due to its use with technology, enrolled my siblings and I in an after-school ICT program to keep us busy during weekends and vacations. Even though I found this interesting, I still had the pre-existing mindset that only males pursued careers in ICT, and I did not bother to further my knowledge, science, and technology to pursue my bachelor's degree in sociology and completed in 2017. Consequently, I started my national service at the National Cybersecurity Secretariat, where I was the only staff together with the then cybersecurity advisor. From then on, Dr. Albert Nchibosiako and my parents encouraged me to consider a career in information technology, and even after my national service, due to the interest I had developed in the field, taking into consideration that I had no knowledge about it beforehand and have been curious to know more about the field ever since. Under the leadership and tutelage of Dr. Nchibosiako, I got the opportunity to learn and better equip myself with some of the necessary technical and some qualifications like certificate in cybersecurity, certified security principles, and certified professional ethical hacking, among others. I'm currently taking another course and working towards acquiring a master conference on cyberspace, the 31st Annual First Conference, and 14th Annual Technical Meeting for CERT with National Responsibility, the 14th Annual Internet Governance Forum, and the United Nations Second Substantive Session on the Open-Ended Working Group on Development in the Field of Information and Telecommunication in the context of international security. I'm also proud to be a fellow of the Women in Cybersecurity Fellowship. Globally, you will find that most people, especially females, As companies and government organizations scramble to protect their critical information infrastructure and data amid a growing number of cyber attacks, New York Times reported that around 3.5 million open positions in cybersecurity are available worldwide in 2021, and there's a 0% unemployment rate in the cybersecurity sector, and the rate has stayed consistent since 2011. I believe that it is high time that the notion about cybersecurity and females pursuing a career in the information technology field is changed. Even though basic IT skills are required, you do not need any special skills to start a career in cybersecurity. I think as long as people have that mindset, the skills can be taught and learned. On-the-job training and education is increasingly common in the space due to the urgent need for human resource, and many of the successful cybersecurity professionals have come from other fields. To all the young, beautiful ladies here today who want to venture into the space, but are skeptical because of some of the technical skills required, I'm here today to let you know that cybersecurity is not all about monitoring systems and IT networks. There are also communication roles, given the need to liaise with regulators. You are a good communicator, and you want to help explain cybersecurity better to people, you can do that. It's a very fast-growing area because a lot of the cyber problems cannot be solved technically, and many organizations globally are starting to realize that they need to start investing more in training and awareness creation. Females keen on transitioning from the humanities or any other field into the cybersecurity or information technology space should find a mentor or ask for informational interviews with cybersecurity professionals. This will help line up interests with existing roles and map out a training and job experience path. I drew my inspiration to succeed in this field from the Honorable Minister for Communications and Digitalization, Honorable Ursula Owusu-Ekufo, who, without a background in IT, has risen through the ranks through hard work and determination to become a champion in driving Ghana's technological advancement and cybersecurity development, which has therefore gained her the alias for her passion for young girls to pursue careers in this field, which is evident in the Girls in ICT project, which has encouraged numerous young girls to pursue careers in the technology and cyberspace by providing training in both fields and supporting them with ICT tools. While women around the globe are considered the minority when it comes to technology, almost all the women in Ghana who have ventured into cybersecurity and information technology are championing in their various fields. They are the living examples that whatever field you find yourself in, from technology to medicine, politics to administrative services, women can ace it all. It doesn't matter where you are from, what age group you belong to, or what gender defines you. You are always free to follow your passion and achieve it all. I am proud to say that I am a part of a team of prospective IT and cybersecurity experts who make up the Cybersecurity Authority, and I take comfort in the fact that there is no better place to learn, build my professional outlook, and work towards my future career than in this institution. My journey at the National Cybersecurity Secretariat, which has transitioned through the National Cybersecurity Center to become the Cybersecurity Authority, has definitely built my capacity and given me a better understanding of the cyberspace. I intend to eventually engage young girls who have IT at heart. The world today is rapidly developing in its use of IT, and no one has to be left behind in this progression. Unfortunately, most young women in Ghana are still veiled into believing that the digital world is to be explored by only men. This stereotype has to be broken one female at a time, and this is why I earnestly urge all young women who want to pursue careers in this field to do so, to become testaments to the fact that young women across the world, regardless of tribe, race, descent, language, color, or social class, can succeed in the field of IT. You are only confined by the walls you build yourself. It's a famous quote by Andrew Murphy, which should be a mantra for all the young women here today. Thank you.
Will be our next speaker. I'd like to acknowledge a few dignitaries in our midst here today. Honorable Ebenezer Kojo-Kum, the MP for Ahanta West. Honorable, please give him a hand. Honorable Lydia Akan-Variba, the MP, an MP who is a member of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Communications. Thank you very much for your presence with us today. Next, I'd like to call Ms. Jennifer Mensah, who is a cybersecurity and data privacy legal practitioner with the National Communications Authority, to share her story with us. Please give her a loud round of applause.
I got into the cybersecurity and data privacy sector. Well, I didn't start my career knowing that I would be in the cybersecurity and data privacy sector. Actually, I have a BS graduate. After my BSc degree, I was looking for a job in the biochemistry section, but I didn't get one. However, I landed a job in the National Communications Authority as a data collector. The course of my biochemistry, I had done something, in physics. And the NCA has been, established to regulate electronic communication services in Ghana. I was not totally work with engineering, but the lawyers will call this project for things. So because maybe you decided to pursue a course with afterwards, just as tax, global actions, law enforcement, and that prosecutors would be able to prosecute and, technology. It's just, the traditional law and, so forth, and engineering division. I was part of action on cybercrime extended projects we're taking through, and I became one of the national tribunal of cybercrime. Fast forward, compliance to cybersecurity NCA being the most 2008 in the NCA established the national commission. So the team in that side, the Director General of the National Communications Authority, Mr. Joe Anoche, ensured that the team in the cybersecurity division was trained through training sessions such as cybersecurity and ICT, policy. I was taking through some forensic courses with the E-Crime Bureau, international law in cyberspace we had been given. But I also saw that there was the need to do some further training so that I can be relevant in the field. So I proceeded to do a Master's of Laws in cybersecurity, specializing in cybersecurity. I support the Chief Information Security Officer of the National Communications Authority to manage a team of about 14 with cybersecurity obligations and data privacy obligations as prescribed in the various law. I also had a training with the Data Protection Commission. So Shia Eduse Poko is here. She and one Madam Sylvia really took us through the data protection and privacy, and it was quite interesting. In doing my Master's of Risks and Incident Response, National Security and Privacy, Artificial Intelligence and Privacy, and so forth, and so on. On a daily basis, apart from supporting the Chief Information Security Officer manage the team, we do send advisories to our licensees and authorization holders on how to ensure that our licensees and authorization holders are complying with the obligations in the laws. The Communications Act, there are sections in the law that our licensees and authorization holders need to comply with. So we engage them frequently to find out how they are complying with that. I am also on some projects. If the NCA is into any projects related in the technical field, I work together with the technical team to ensure that the processes in that project is not infringing on the privacy rights of the citizens. Because, the telecommunications sector holds a lot of subscriber information, a lot of over 40 million. So it's important that we secure the messages of the subscribers over the network. I also support the national team sometimes to educate law enforcement agents. However, if you are here today and you are thinking about getting into the cybersecurity space, just like how my colleague Eno narrated, if you do not have any degree in computer science or cybersecurity, that shouldn't deter you from getting into the field. You can actually start. There are so many certification programs you can, go through and build yourself to be able to be relevant in the field. And so that you can really build yourself to be relevant in that field, you need to be disciplined. Discipline is very, very important when it comes to this area. Commitment is also, don't have a computer science background. I remember back when I was doing the biochemistry, one of my professors told me that, Jennifer, this biochemistry you're doing, do you know that you will just use about 10% when you go into the working world? He should have told me I would even use less than 10% because I'm not doing anything biochemistry related, as if he was a prophet. So you can do it. All you need is tenacity, commitment, the learning spirit, and you can do it. I didn't come this far just only by myself, but I had mentors. The Director General of the National Communications Authority, Joe Anochi, he's been a great inspiration to my life. The Acting Director General of the Cybersecurity Authority inspires me also and, guides me. And also, I admire so much the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digitizations, Honorable Esla also. I admire her so much. Thank you, Ma'am.